Welcome back to Quick Films. Today, I will show you horror, sci-fi action, titled Resident Evil. Watch and enjoy. The movie starts with the powerful Umbrella Corporation that specializes in computer engineering and medical products, for the purpose of financing military weapons and secret genetic experiments. We see a flashback to an unknown man stealing some dangerous biological samples and puts them in a bag. Before leaving, the blue sample falls on the ground and breaks. He leaves and closes the door. The camera detects a bio-emergency and the defense security system is set off. Doors are locked and sprinkles go off. Everyone thinks that it's a drill. They try to get out, but they can't and everyone dies there. Alice wakes up and starts walking around a big room that she doesn't recognize. When she goes out, someone pulls her inside and SWAT officers come through the windows and arrest the man. He informs them that he is a cop. One of the agents asks Alice about her report and she replies that she doesn't remember anything, and he is informed that she doesn't remember anything because the defense system was working. They find out that the man is called Matthew. Hey, look him up, but don't find any information, and then they detain him. They go downstairs to a facility they call the Hive to ride the train, but when they get there they find out that the electricity is cut off. One of them fixes it, and then they leave. When they open the door inside, they find an unconscious man who also doesn't remember anything. When they arrive to their location, Alice asks the boss what she was doing there and what is happening. He replies that they're both working for Umbrella Corporation, and that the people in the train are security guards. Spence asks about the Hive, and they tell him that it's an underground research facility home to 500 scientists belonging to Umbrella Corporation, and that it has a defense system controlled by a computer that releases a gas that causes amnesia from a day to a week. Matthew says that they must have suffered an attack, and the officers say that he's scared it might be worse. They infiltrate the Hive. JD enters first, and the others follow him. When they find out that the elevator isn't working, they decide to take the stairs, and then Kaplan tells them that the Red Queen is tracking them. He is asked about the Red Queen and replies that it's supercomputer that controls the Hive. When they arrive, they see that the water level is very high. The boss tells JD and Rain to check the water level and tells Kaplan to find another way. Spence asks JD what happened. He replies that the Red Queen killed everyone inside, and that it was certainly caused by an external force, and that they were sent to destroy her. Kaplan then tells them that if they go through the dining hall, they can get to the location. Rain and JD go back to the boss and tell him that the entire floor is submerged in water. They go back, and she sees a girl opening her eyes. They arrive to the dining hall, but it looks completely different. It became a storage room. Then the boss tells them to split and not go far away from each other in case they find someone alive. Meanwhile, Alice sees some weird animals in the freezer. The leader reminds her that he told her not to go far away, and she apologizes. Then they go to the room in which they can control the Red Queen, and Kaplan opens the door for them in which they can turn the system back on. Then the boss starts calling his men to bring the gear, but the door gets closed, and the weapon system is activated, and the laser chops them up one by one. Unfortunately, Kaplan was too slow to stop it. Then Kaplan gets up to continue the mission himself, and Alicia goes with him. While working, they see a hologram of the Red Queen, and she tells them not to turn off the system, and if they do, they will all die there, but they turn on the system and the doors open up. When Rain and JD were with Matthew, they hear someone moving, and when Rain goes to check, she sees a girl and tells them that there's a survivor. Seconds later, the girl bites Rain and JD shoots her multiple times, but she remains upright until Rain finishes her, and then Kaplan and the other join them. Moments later, they find out that everyone who was in the facility has turned into a zombie. They start attacking. The others shoot them, but there are too many of them. They then decide to run away, and they try to open the door multiple times until it does. Regretfully, JD is caught and died. Meanwhile, the genetically modified animals get out of their cages. When Alice was walking through the laboratory, she turns around and sees a zombie dog chasing her. She manages to get inside a room and locks it only to find a zombie. She then karate kicks him. She takes his weapon and the dog enters the room. She locks the dog behind and gets out, and then realizes that there are 7 more of them around her. But she deals with them. We then see Matthew going through some documents in the office. He finds his sister Lisa behind him. She attacks him, but Alice comes to his rescue, and then remembers her saying that she can bring her the virus, and that she knows the codes in the laboratory and the monitoring system. Matthew then tells them that the identity she was using with her colleagues was fake, and that he has tried many times to infiltrate the Hive to uncover their illegal activities, but unfortunately he couldn't, and that's why he sent his sister to bring him a sample of the T-virus, but she trusted the wrong person, and we then see him and the others running away from the zombie that was chasing them. They manage to close the door, but they are surrounded on both sides. Alice tells them that they need to find a way to get out, and she turns the Red Queen on again, They then ask her about what happened. She says that the T-virus has spread around the place, and that they took the necessary steps to prevent contamination, and she tells them that they are their own weakness. They then go down a tunnel, and moments later they are attacked by zombies. Alice tells them to go back up, but JD is unfortunately bitten, and he is turned into a zombie, and Rain shoots him dead. While walking on the pipes, one of them breaks and Kaplan falls, but gets up in time, and tells them to go without him because they won't be able to kill all of them, and they leave. Moments later they get out of the pipes, and they're in the center of the laboratory. Alice then remembers when they were injecting bunnies with the virus and the antidote at the same time. Then she tells Matthew that there is a green-colored antidote, and that she was going to steal it for his sister Lisa. He accuses her of being a traitor, and she tells her that she doesn't remember anything. She then starts looking for the antidote to give it to Rain, but she finds out that they were stolen. Spencer then remembers that he was the one who stole them for her, and we find out the two were in a relationship before the incident. She says that she wanted them to go public with Umbrella Corporation's activities, not to sell them. Spencer then is bitten, but gets out of the room in time. Matthew then tells Alice that her boyfriend betrayed her by leaving. The Red Queen then says that they will not survive, and shows Spencer injecting himself with the antidote on the screen, but he wasn't fast enough. When they were trying to get out of the laboratory, the Red Queen tells them that she can give the code to the door if they kill Rain since she is infected, but Alice refuses and destroys the screen. Moments later, Kaplan opens the door, and they go with him. Alice takes the bag and kills Spence. She then injects Rain and Kaplan with the antidote. Moments later, they are attacked by a monster which takes Kaplan with him. Alice shoots the monster, and it attacks her with its tongue. Matthew hits it, but it says alive. Alice then gets rid of it and tells Matthew to open the door underneath. There they see a zombified Rain. He pushes her, and they get rid of the monster. The train arrives to the end of the Hive, and they get off. While treating Matthew, some people from the corporation grant her and take her with them. When she waked up, she finds herself in a room with needles in every inch of her body. She removes everything and gets out of the hospital. She realized that the city is deserted, but she is ready to fight. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let us know your thoughts about the movie.